you know, I feel like, okay, I know these things about adolescents and oh my gosh, everything's changing for them and oh, that's so hard. And then it hit me that in this pandemic, we're kind of, most of us are being pushed back into a lot of that adolescent experience in a sense. There's some overlap with, there's constant change. I haven't lived through this before. I don't really know what's going to happen. Yeah, people are telling me things, but can I really trust them? Do they really understand like my life and what I need to deal with? Yeah. It's like, I don't know, the person who works in a small office, if I talk to a friend and they're in a small office, that's one thing. But if I work in a retail situation where if I don't show up to work, in order to show up to work and do my job, I have to deal with people all day long. So the idea of, you know, um, trying to limit your contacts or, sanitize your hands every time you deal with a different person, well, that's not going to work. And so we can relate to what adolescents go through with that kind of experience of just how do I do this? Um, and we can also relate to what's going to happen. Like, the um, with dealing with a stressor, we are um, we're geared toward, and we're kind of our nature is to be able to focus on something like the healthy response to a stressor is, okay, this is what it is, this is what I need to deal with. There's a beginning to it and there's an end. There is a potential for resolution. But we can relate with COVID that I'm not sure what the beginning and end is, and I'm not sure how to break it down into a workable piece because so easily everything that's already happened and everything that I think might happen all becomes this one big thing. And so on a day-to-day basis, or if I start to feel that tension, it's like, what do I do? It's too big. I can't do this. And so that I think has helped me. um, when I think about how that feels, it helps me have empathy. And then when I think about what to do about it, I think it also uh, helps me think about what is particularly helpful with adolescents in addressing their anxiety. So I think about, trying to figure out what's true and what isn't true on a very manageable, specific level. Um, as I said, the nature of the adolescent brain is that it's, not going to be able to project far into the future. If I do this, then, in an accurate way, then this will probably happen. These are what could be consequences. These are what probably can't. Um, it, we have to help them test what's true in this moment. So, I'm terrified about going to school. Why? Okay, well, because there's all this work I need to do and I've gotten behind. Well, we don't know all the ramifications. What can be kind of, determined is um, what is it going to take for you to deal with this today? Like, um, is there the likelihood that if you don't do well getting through today, that you will be a failure for the rest of your life? Because that's how anxiety works. It goes from this little piece to being everything. So, like with COVID, I think, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. Well, what do I have to do today? You know, I or somebody sneezed, and oh my gosh, I'm going to die. No, what do I know is true? They sneezed. What do I know? I was wearing a mask. What do I know? I'm going to have to take it step by step. And so helping adolescents kind of come into a more manageable, what can I figure out today? And how can I handle just not knowing? And I would say in that case, it's being able to help them look at managing the response, not managing the situation, because we can't change the things that bring that are stressors in the world. We can't to be empathetic. You can't change if you have a terrible teacher who really is biased and they're listening to some kids more than others, or they don't have a good lesson plan. I've been experiencing a lot of that in our household, and the teachers are struggling to figure out how to do this all of a sudden, and yeah, they're struggling. Some of them just are not doing a very good job, and uh, you know, I can help my kids with how do I handle the feelings that come from this? How do I deal with this day to day? How I feel, how I'm reacting. Um, they can't change, they can't make the teacher be better at this. They can, we talk to them about send an email. You don't know what if they didn't post the assignment, then send an email. You can take certain steps, but you don't have to be able to control the world in order to manage anxiety. You just have to manage your response.